Hi, guys, and good morning. Welcome back to Morant's Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. So, I want to talk about the economy this morning, and I know it's September 18th, 2023, and people are looking at the markets, and of course, they're holding down GameStop, holding down a lot of stocks that you see out there. But I want to tell you something about this economy. One, I feel we're headed towards a recession, like towards a huge correction. And the reason why I feel that is because the government themselves, and we're talking about this administration, they're not doing much to actually deter that from happening. Digging your hole deeper is one thing, but the amount of money that's being borrowed out there on the markets, period, will have to be paid back one day. And the interest rates just keep going up. So as they keep going up, even our national debt, the interest rate itself is going to keep going up. So eventually things will crumble on themselves. It might take you 2 or 3 years, to increase the national debt, what, 2 to 3 trillion dollars a year. That's a huge number, but eventually the interest is going to eat away at what we do. Not to be a doomsday guy, but I want to tell you how private equity prepared for this. Okay, I want you to understand something. Right now, the Fed is increasing rates at a rate of about 1/8 of a quarter, 1/8 of a percent every quarter, because they're doing 1/4, right, 0.25 every quarter, and then they pause for a quarter. Then the next quarter, 1.25, and then pause, and 0.25, pause. So that comes out to about 1/8 on average is what they're doing for every quarter. And the reason why they're doing it so slow is because you saw what happened when they hit it hard. When they hit it hard, the banks couldn't compete. The collateral that banks carry, remember, banks have to let you borrow money, and no one's borrowing money. You can't. You can't borrow money. Look at the interest rates. No one's going to do it. No one's going to try to expand right now. That's why, like, this double talk that you hear on Wall Street, where people are saying, "Well, they're not showing me their plan. They're not showing me why they're not expanding. Are they growth or are they value? Which one are they?" And it's like, what are you talking about? Whoever's paying the inflated price that is today to grow, that's ridiculous. Private equity perfected this playbook a long time ago. You see, for 15 years, guys, the world was being helped out, propped up. That market was up and to the right, never showed a detraction in GDP, and we know this. We know what happened from 2008 all the way to now, where we're at today. But certain private equity firms, the big boys, the trillion-dollar big boys, and I say this because they have hundreds of billions of dollars under assets under management, if not more. And when you look at KKR and Apollo and Bain and Carlyle Group and Blackstone, you look at all of them, and they're all pushing out the same thing. This is their time to shine. This is why they're making crazy amounts of money. Now, everyone's focused on the short sellers. Everyone's focused on Citadel and Point 72. Yeah, they make a bet off the fact that these guys are going to crumble. But who's actually the companies that are just tearing down this world? Who are the private equity firms that are destroying companies? Well, that's what we're talking about. So I actually have a clip I want to show you guys because it's going to tell you exactly how KKR has positioned themselves for this moment. Henry Kravis is the inventor of private equity. If you don't know, he's one of the founding fathers of KKR, along with his cousin, George R. Roberts, and then Jerry Kohlberg. But just understand what he's saying. This guy's evil all across the board, but he's telling you they were built for this moment. So when you're investing in this moment, try to get past this moment. Try to invest past the macro and what they're doing. But let's go ahead and look at the clip.
Before you move on, I'm going to just say, you raised an interesting period in time that we were ready for a COVID. We didn't know COVID was going to happen. Nobody knew COVID was going to happen. But what we knew was we'd gone over 120 months of uninterrupted growth in GDP in the U.S. And as I said, trees never grow to the sky. So we said, let's get ready. There will be a downturn. Something will happen. And in this case, happened to be COVID. And we said, let's get ready. Let's go out and meet as many companies as we can so that we are ready when and if there is a downturn. And that's exactly what happened. And so we put enormous amount of money to work. And that's why you said what you did, where you saw who put the most money to work during that period of time. We did put a lot of money to work. Now we have to make very certain that it all works out.
There you go. So they put a lot of money to work, and they have to make for certain that it all works out. And that's all these companies you see that are getting propped up and pumped in front of you. And it's not just one private equity firm, it's all of them. We're talking about the whole group saw the writing on the wall. They're willing to lend you money. They're willing to stretch you thin And then other people are making bets on that as well. Everyone's raking it in right now on the private equity side. This is their heyday. This is their sunshine. This is everything they wanted. Find something to invest in, i.e., GameStop, something that's actually battling against this, and then maybe you'll be on the right side of history. Me personally, I'm buying GameStop at the bottom. I just bought again today at $17 a share. This video will live out there forever. $17 a share for GameStop when the cash position alone is $4 a share. You're talking a net equity of over 20% per share. Understand the metric. Understand what the value is. The growth, guys, the growth's going to come. But this part of the story, this is called accumulation. Accumulate as much as you can while it's at a discount. That's what I'm doing. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Enjoy the channel. Enjoy the chat. I'll get live in a bit, guys. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. You wonder why they're winning? They planned for this moment. Peace.